Hello everyone, we're back with perhaps the most awesome dead mole expedition I have ever embarked on in Turkey. And we are in the southern city of Adana, which is a very rich and westernized city, as you can see from the buildup of concrete. But one particular mall in this city, the GALLERIA Mall, will be the site of our expeditions today. So this is perhaps the holy grail of dead malls in all of Turkey at the moment, because this place used to be really vibrant and alive, and we've explored malls like this before, not dead but somewhat decaying. But guess what? This mall is really dead. There are cavernous spaces inside of it in which no shops remain. It's just one big, echoing, vast, empty mall, trapped in the late 90s and the very beginning of the 2000s. There are a lot of shops put up for sale or rent, and no one is coming. This place is still operational, but as you will see, 90% of shops inside it are closed or dead or in various spaces of uninhabitation, let's say. Here's this tattoo shop with this kid drawn to his iPhone, and I think his mom is giving somebody a tattoo back there. So these are the last establishments that remain in this place. Permanent eyebrows, lip highlights, tattoos, and removal. Here you go, very gaudy and looks really healthy. As you can see from this place, it used to be a far more wealthy, rich, and vibrant kind of place. All the fixtures, the railings, the architecture of the columns, etc., they speak of a bygone age of extreme prosperity. Here is Yeet Marketing. Well, it's gone now. So only a few places remain open here. One was the tattooist. Here's some people who are just crossing through. Here is the dead cinema of this place. And this was one of our first highlights. Of course, nothing remains there. There are no movies playing. Empty. And perhaps you could go in and see the film of your life. And here's this unintelligible shop next to it. Some trashed AC units. And here was a darkness which not even my handheld camera was able to penetrate. So I didn't go in much. There's my wife. She kept company and showed me around in this wonderful trip. But this was amazing. Long Time Dead. This 2002 horror film.
I was there and we all had our finger on the glass.
Long Time Dead, man. So this film was... Oh my God! Where? This film was really scary, and it was filmed in 2002. And I guess this poster hasn't been touched since then. So imagine if two people saw this film at the time that poster was hung back there in Adana Galleria, and they had a good time, and they had a kid. That kid would be going to college now, and he would be eligible to use these metal detectors sold at this extremely fishy looking store. By the way, metal detectors and treasure hunting remains a big hobby for people in Turkey, because this country has so much history and so much archaeology that grave robbing is a sideline for many, let's say, rural people. And here is another example of archaeology. Signs from a bygone Quicksilver t-shirt store. which was like an extremely upper class brand, on a shop that now belongs to a strange kind of local organization, Omka Engineering. A lot of other empty places, empty shops. So the deal with these places, we learned later, that some of these places just remain open to print receipt, let's say, and make money laundering possible. Because in this part of the world, some questionable trades are still going on. Here is this artistically beautiful blank shop, a security booth with no one manning it, because there's nothing to steal. Perhaps you could steal the glass or the light bulbs, or perhaps you could steal, body tackle shop. Tekel is, by the way, this cat appeared and I just had to splice in the segment. There you go. One day you will own everything you see, cat. Don't worry, she's not hurt in this process. Little cats like being carried this way. So there you go, Body alcohol shop. And it's closed. Buddy, I can't get my liquor anymore, buddy. But just look at these magnificent staircases. And this was another shop of unknown purpose. Perhaps it was a laundry shop, or perhaps they were trying to sell these clothes. But everything is closed, and not a soul was around. You could hear crows and the silent hissing of the rain on the rooftop if you listen carefully. But just look at this beauty. I mean, this kind of metalwork, look at it. I mean, touch the pyramid, man. Touch it. Just touch it. Just give it a touch, yeah. Okay, so this kind of metalwork is expensive. Was and is expensive. And it's a trace of just what an opulent place this used to be. There you go. These staircases. It's a perfect 1990s mall, dropped straight into southern Turkey from a Midwestern American town. So here we are, upstairs. Here's one of these questionable shops. And it says, cargoes in our name could be delivered to this other agricultural business office. I mean, let's be optimistic and assume that these are genuine agricultural businesses buying and selling agricultural parts, I guess. But just drink it in. There are some shops, flags. Now this could be a genuine shop. They're selling circuit parts, capacitors and the like. I mean, what better place to hold such a business? And this part of the mall, take a look at this shop, Baran. What business is going on there? I don't know. But I do know that this place was once a splendid site of an arcade full of video games machines, fashionable people. So this video, taken in the 1990s, was donated to us by this great YouTube friend, and he's credited at the end of the video. But now the arcade shop is gone. Only Baran and a few other strange shops remain. And I must add that my wife corrected me later on. The arcade section was probably downstairs, but due to technical reasons I could only edit in this segment here. So you'll have to live with it. But here you go. I mean, here's a shop for signs and advertising. And in this section, I mean, there used to be many high-end stores and shops, you know. But now, a table and some folders. Just in case the tax auditors come, it looks very clean and nothing looks touched. Oh my god, look at the ceiling. Here's another shop. People were in it talking, but they obviously liked their privacy, so we didn't go in any further. Really bizarre experience. So this used to be a jeweler. You could see the facade with the marble and the columns. Then it was a tourism company, and now it's just closed. Dead. One with Tyre and Nineveh. But it's still very clean and beautiful. The escalator no longer works. Details of the light fixtures, very smart for its day and age. And just look at the escalator. You could see it was a centerpiece of the architecture because there's only one of it, but that was enough to dazzle everybody. Go up on the escalator, man. Up and away. It's an experience. I bet people would come in just to ride the escalator.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's a jump scare I played on you. I haven't done that in a while and it felt good. So this guy was delivering some objects to some location, I don't know. And here was this other beautiful courtyard. This was once a very high-end shop. Lee Cooper jeans. You know, back in the day, they were a big thing in Turkey. But not anymore. It lies abandoned, a glass shell, a husk of its former self. And here was a local TV station. I didn't know if this place was still operational, so I just took a brief walk. And down here, some chamomile flowers on the facade of a shop of unknown purpose. And upstairs again, back to Günaydın TV. Good Morning TV, Turkey's new screen. I mean, maybe it's still operational. This place has so much empty room that it only makes sense to have a TV studio here. And here's another money shot, the spiral staircase. You could feel that back in the day, a lot of kids were chasing each other up and down the spiral staircase, just for the heck of it. And it's sad, man, it's just sad. Another agribusiness office up ahead, but just drink it in. You could hear the rain hissing. Oh, you could also touch the walls. These walls, man. These 1990s exposed brick with Simpsons yellow paint on it. Just beautiful. So we've explored a lot of vintage malls in this channel, but this is the first truly dead one. And perhaps this record is the most extensive record of its dead incarnation. Here are some posters and a desk by an empty supermarket for some theater plays. Sweet Heroes, Stırmık and Bıcırla Gıcır. And this theater is the Bülent Erhan Children's Theater. And I later learned that this nightmarishly childish facade actually houses a still functional children's theater behind it. They bus the kids in, they see a play, and everyone goes back home. But they won't be able to forget these decorations very easily, I guess. Just look at it, how garish. There's a local adaptation of the Bremen musicians playing. Some sort of Disney-esque, colorful castle. And then that's it. A company for cleaning supplies and human resources. And this guy was just responsible for cleaning and upkeep. Oh, more metal pyramid action. I just like these decorations so much. And another shop selling flowers for weddings. Weddings are a big business in Turkey. Even if the country is in the grip of a severe economic crisis, you can always bet on people to splurge unrealistically on their weddings. And here we go. Note the sun in the distance. Another sign from the theater. And that's me, followed by my wife. I hope everyone will be lucky to have someone like her as we walk through the decaying emptiness and crushing wave of nostalgia and the dead mall that is adult life. But I'm just being poetic. So this wing of the mall was still somewhat active. Fashion, VIP. I don't know what they were selling or what services they were rendering. But up ahead and downstairs there's a local market which is still operational. And here, surprisingly, is a local Burger King. But no one's in there. Only the pattering of the rain and a vista of the palm trees and the tall concrete buildings. So then we went downstairs, and here was this empty shop, and this was the most apocalyptic vision because plants had infested inside it. It was overgrown with ivy. And after seeing all these bizarre and poignant sights, we slowly made our way out of the amazing experience that was Galleria Adana. Here's that weird shop again. Discount, big sale on children's clothes. And an American shoe center. But neither Americans nor shoes remain here. And the cat. No experience is complete without a cat or two. Anyways, special thanks to Erkan Avanoğlu and special thanks to all my supporters on patreon.com. You know, your donations last month made the ticket money for this trip possible. And very special thanks once more to Erkan Avanoğlu. Go check out his YouTube channel. It's in the description. And he provided me that old video of the video arcade in the glory days of Galleria Adana. So that was it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. This was my best Dead Mall expedition to date. And if you're into this kind of stuff in YouTube, I'm sure it will be a unique experience for you. And once more, I have to thank my wife for pointing me out to this place. You know, it was quite an experience. So there, happy 2020. Thanks for all your support and have a nice day, everyone. And please consider supporting me on patreon.com. Any donations you make, no matter how small, make a big difference for me. Have a nice day and see you in our next adventure. Goodbye.